today, Thursday, December 6th.
It's really going to expose my uneducated mess of a mind that I have in sports.
Man, you were shooting here, and you hit like here.
Am I just a dumbass? Which, is very possible and actually might be a real thing.
Your wrist position in neutral is actually not straight. Your wrist position in neutral is at a 15 to 20 degree incline.
How close was your relationship with Campbell?
He's personable. He's definitely a player's coach.
It's weird that someone would break up with you when there's so much cake.
Oh!
Are you proposing childbirth microtransactions?
All right. So let me tell you about the reproductive system.
If the first thing that you notice during someone's orgasm is the smell,
there's some questions that need to be asked.
Untitled After Dark.
Hello, hi there. I'm too busy smiling and laughing at our completely new intro because I just was not ready for it to be to turn out as amusing as I find it. But welcome in. This is the season 3 premiere. We've been away for a few months on summer break or
years, literally years.
It's been years. What year is it basically? This is so the first season 3 episode 1. But
it's Thursday, December 6th.
Yes, it is always Thursday, December 6th. This is actually lifetime episode number 26, so we're over halfway to 50. Congratulations, we've made it this far. We haven't been canceled or anything yet, and because we aren't on Netflix, we actually are able to have another season to bring to you guys. We have been renewed, and we haven't been given the axe. New production things for this season. You'll notice that we have a new logo that's featured up in the top left, and it's also prominently introduced in this new opening that we have, the new intro. But what hasn't changed, the Twitter handle for both the actually for all three of them, the Twitter handle hasn't changed for the actual podcast. It's at Underqualified. And then the person who runs that Twitter account is also on your right. Say hello. You probably missed him. Finn at Skeetap on Twitter. He also has a Twitch channel, which, I can actually drop in here now because we also have new commands. If you go to !commands, you can find the full list of commands. And we have a reward program now. Since we aren't officially Twitch affiliates or anything, we have a bot that allows us to do unofficial channel points, and you can do some really good things with it. You can gamble. Yes, I probably should have prefaced this by saying this is adults only. You can gamble your points. You can.
Where's Dylan? He'd love that.
Yeah. There's you can find those commands. It's like !roulette and !slot machine or something like that. But here's something that I can do, and it should be there. You go. We if you're listening on Spotify or YouTube and you're not understanding what's going on right now on Twitch, if you catch us live, we have commands and bots that you can interact with, and that is not a command, unfortunately. And if you want to take a look at what they are, you can see the Twitch chat that we have available on YouTube also and live. I think that's everything I have for house cleaning. Skeetap, do you have anything more, or how are you doing? How is your break? How many years? It's been a few years, hasn't it? My chair's falling apart. Been decades.
Your chair's
my chair's falling apart. I do need a new chair. I need a new chair. It's a great way.
Damn, we're off to a great start in season 3. Chairs falling apart over here.
Season 3 may or may not include a chair change. We don't know. I was God damn it, Ethan.
The cake command has come out early.
Oh my god, and I'm wearing the bad shorts for this too, so it really emphasizes the. These are the same shorts that I wore. I believe these are the same shorts that I wore one time, where there's this infamous photo that my old roommate has of me grilling out, and there's a picture of her dog, and the only thing she notices is my butt. And that was like a couple years ago, so my butt was a lot bigger then. But since Ethan, and my chair keeps falling apart on the back. Seriously, I'm gonna show you this thing. Here, look Look at this. This thing is like fuck. Like it's just It's so like my back has been kind of killing me, but
you need a better chair, man.
Yeah, I do, and I need one of this. I've had that since I've been a senior in high school. But here you go. Here's your one.
Oh, Jason got that big bad dumper.
Yeah. There you go, Ethan. By the way, Ethan, now you owe me. I need to text you because we need to go to the football games together if you have tickets, because I assume you're still at the university. And
I think Ethan graduated.
No, I remember. I think you said something about December. I think he was going to graduate in December, which you also need to tell me when your commencement is, because I will be there. Assuming they don't coincide with any other commencements, but
because it's the only. We all know it's the only commencement that Jason will get to go to.
I could play off of that joke. I could, but I'll go serious. I actually know another person who's graduating. Hey, Dylan made it. Oh, here's another thing too. I see these commands are so powerful now. I can do this one. See, hey, look, if you want to go support Dylan on Twitch, there's this Twitch channel. The link should work, and if it doesn't work, I apologize. Let me know. And nail me to the cross. I probably shouldn't say that. I'm gonna offend a lot of religious people by saying that. But yeah, I don't know. Did you ever say how you were?
I don't think so. You just your sleep schedule is so fucked, dude. Okay, so our friend Dylan Sainer, rookie tight end for the Nolans Saints. He's currently on the IR. He just had surgery for his back about like a week and a half.
Hold on, Skeetap. You might want to be careful with this because, like, to the media, it is an undisclosed injury. I don't know if I want to be the first one breaking what injury that is.
Bro, he said on his own stream he broke the news.
Okay. So
soon to be former rookie tight end. Ooh, that's tough. But he's had a lot of time to stream, and he decided in his third stream that he was going to do a 24-hour stream. Ends up going for 38 hours straight. And then
Dylan, I think
keeps going with a fucked schedule.
Dylan, you and I need to talk. I think we need to figure out how to count 24. Hey, welcome in, XC. Thanks for stopping
XC
by.
Girl.
I got this command too here. Hey, if you want to support XC Girl on Twitch, there's her Twitch channel also. I'm so prepared. I'm so prepared for these things.
Look at that. I go to another team, I'll get another signing bonus. Hey, that's not too bad. But yeah, so Dylan's had a lot of time to stream, which means a lot of time to fuck up his sleep schedule. And the
Sheet app has made it. I believe there's. Oh wait, no. I think it's.
Just said it won't be the Saints. Are you kidding me? Are you, dude? I'm mad. Like, you're not gonna be playing for the Saints now. For those of you that don't know, I'm a massive Saints fan. But
yeah, I'm actually.
I'm very happy wherever Dylan gets to go.
I'm intrigued by this, but I also feel like maybe I shouldn't be pressing this issue because it's more of a private, personal matter. That's his own job that I really don't want to be. I don't know if it's just my personal preference. If he wants to talk about his job with us, then I will be I will welcome that. I'm just kind of walking on eggshells right now, just because that is a job, and speculation about it's different if it was like somebody I didn't personally know, but since I personally know Dylan, it feels conflicting in my mind to talk about his job. You could talk about it all you want, but me, I'm kind of just gonna leave it to you guys, unless he gives me permission to. If he wants to talk about it, we could talk about it.
But anyway, yeah, I've been doing pretty well, Jason. Work started back up again now that the local school district started school.
Yeah, and the income's
that's been a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm gonna have income starting September 20th.
Why so long? It's not like
because they pay me monthly.
Really? You don't get paid bi-weekly?
They pay you monthly. You can say whatever on it. People don't know what's going on. Yeah, no, I think it's actually huge. Like, So for those of you that are listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Deezer,
whatever platform, streaming
whatever platform, since we're on all of them now, it's pretty cool being able to talk to Dylan and like actually being able to hear things that go on behind the scenes. Like I'm not gonna talk about numbers that he's been talking with me just because that's a very personal thing. But we all know he signed a 3-year, $2.25 million contract as an undrafted free agent, which was insane. That was great. Absolutely loved that for him. But then he's talking about how it's going to work now that he's injured. How he once you get put on the IR for preseason games, you can't play.
That really sucks.
All sorts of things.
I feel bad.
But it's cool. It's cool that it's actually being brought to light what actually happens, because sports are so much, the bureaucracy is so ingrained in everything, because once one team knows what you're doing, they're going to copy that if you're successful doing it. Look at the Yankees. The Yankees were the original super team, just buying all of the star players, and then everybody else started doing it. That's why baseball has no salary cap. So, once somebody figures out, oh, they're successful doing this, let's do that too. And so everybody always tries to keep everything so secretive.
It's really, really kind of coincidental that you said that, because I don't really want to talk about it, because I don't want to seem like I'm like, because anybody that's been in a Discord with me has known over the past 3 weeks, I've been playing a lot of F1 2020, the game. And this was after I watched F1 Drive to Survive on Netflix. But I watched F1 back in the early 2010s, but it kind of like tapered off from it. But anyway, there's based off of that, I'm only just gonna say this thing. There's one team that looks like they copied the car of another thing. So yeah, and then the Cubs do the opposite thing because
the Cubs with their fire sale. Oh my God, did you? I think it's funny though how Cubs fans they're holding on to every little thing, right? They're all like, "Oh man, Javier Baez just liked 3 Instagram pictures of current Cubs players." It's like, yeah, because they are his friends.
Yeah, they didn't leave on bad terms, to my knowledge, either, did they?
Yeah, no.
So
when a player gets traded away, typically they're not leaving on bad terms.
No.
Especially not these guys that, like, clearly, like, it's no secret that these guys love the Cubs. They love their team. And so they're going to try and make the team a team.
And I remember when Carlos Beltran got traded, I believe it was from the Mets to the Giants. Yep. He still had his Mets duffel bag and was still using that for like the first week he was traded. And then there's always comparisons, the Anthony Rizzo is still wearing a Chicago, the flag of Chicago gloves.
But he started wearing them.
Did he start wearing them in New York? Yeah, I don't know. I know he's been doing pretty well.
Yeah, he started wearing them.
Unfortunately, to the people in Dyersville and everybody that went to go see the Field of Dreams, there was a chance to see Anthony Rizzo, but unfortunately no, because he was put on the COVID list.
So my girlfriend's in chat right now, and she's sad because I haven't acknowledged her. Hello, dear. How are you?
We can thank the Sheet app also for providing the graphic, the title graphic that you see above me, which is probably a lot better looking than what is below that graphic. Dylan asks, or he says, put my agency highlight video on my Twitch channel, and it's kind of lit. Place where oh, okay, that thing went offline.
Oh, that's sick. I love that.
If you didn't see our intro, Dylan, you are actually in our season 3 intro video, which I don't know.
Probably the most boring thing that you said.
I think it was
in that entire episode.
I wanted to put some insight from guests too. Unfortunately, I didn't have the time to reach out to the people that were in there and ask, "Can I use the? Are you okay with being in the intro?" It felt like as a proper thing for me to do, but unfortunately, I just didn't have the time to do it. And so, I wanted to put Keith Duncan in there too, and I wanted to put Big M Hawk, but I was running short on time. I spent a few days, or like 2, maybe 3 days. I can't exactly remember. Also, actually, I can't put the Disney Plus commercial in there, unfortunately, because it would probably get claimed immediately because Disney is Disney.
It's crazy. So, that that streamer with the Disney Plus, ESPN Plus.
Yeah, that's actually
all that
Batista.
stuff.
That's Batista.
Yeah, Dave Batista.
Yeah.
I love Dave Batista. He's my favorite Bond villain by far. Part of it's because he never speaks. He just does everything. I think that's badass. But yeah, I found it very funny how we were all happy and we were celebrating that, you and the team got in that commercial. And then a bunch of Iowa fans were all like, ESPN Plus? You're celebrating being on that? It's like, well, it wasn't on ESPN Plus. It was on ABC. You would know that if you actually, paid attention to games that are on ABC at 8 p.m.
It was one of the biggest primetime games in Iowa State's history because
that was the game that we had to. That was the game that we had to win to make the title game.
Yeah, because that was the first matchup against Oklahoma.
No, that was West Virginia.
Was it? I thought.
Yeah, that was West Virginia.
Never mind.
Dylan was only injured in a black uniform one home game.
Okay.
And that was the West Virginia game.
Okay. And that was the one
because he had gotten injured the week before.
They completely demolished West Virginia in that game, if I remember correctly. Like it was a routing. It was a rout.
It was crazy. I think it's really funny. The video of Dylan getting lit up in the Fiesta Bowl is making the rounds right now.
Yeah, that happened like a couple weeks after his massive block in the Oklahoma or the Big 12 title game. Yeah. Also. Yeah, 6 surgeries.
6 surgeries and only missed 2 games in my life. Dude, that's sick as hell. Damn.
That's called resilience. And if I'm a GM, I'm looking at that and seeing like he can play. He can play. He can always come back from injuries.
Hey man. If I'm a GM, I'm looking at that and I'm being like, shit, this dude's had 6 surgeries in college and high school. Oh,
hey
man, what is he doing?
Let me be optimistic for once. Come on, dude. I'm not supposed to be this optimistic.
Yeah, I'd probably call Dylan up and be like, yo, dude, what are you doing? Are you skydiving without a parachute? What's up?
No. It lasted more than 4 hours. That's why I had that surgery.
But
it's actually
Jason,
kind of oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say it's actually kind of funny because I was at my hometown's fair, the Mississippi Valley Fair, and I got asked by a random dude like, "Are there any hot girls in Iowa?" And I asked Dylan like, "Are there any?" I was like, "Dylan, are there any hot girls in Iowa?" He's like, "Nah, not really." He's like, and the ones that do, they have terrible personalities, and that's like, I ain't about that. And I had to ask him because he's a football player. I mean, if you're a football player, if you're a football player in college, you know girls are coming towards you. It doesn't matter what you do. If you say you're on,
especially if you're 6'7".
That is true.
Or, sorry, no, 6'6.5".
So, just hey, let's not pad his stats too far.
6'6.5". He shaved the head, and now that half inch is gone.
The sheet have just put in here, Dylan called me ugly.
That's true. His fiance is from Iowa.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Actually, I don't want to get into this. What were you going to say, Ski, that before?
I was going to ask what you've been up to the last, 3 months?
However many months it's been, I've been in school, summer school, trying to get ahead, or not, actually at this point, trying to catch up. I mean, you can consider this consider this my Bohannon year of school. It's just I have
you're a couple decades too early.
There's also in those highlight or the opening. You call it the highlight video. I call it the opening that we have. I was going to I almost put in there's so many digs at Bohannon that you have in here. I'm like, this isn't just a show about digging at Bohannon because I don't. You do. That's a you problem.
I do. That guy needs to figure his shit out, man. Like, come on. Like, here's Dylan. Dylan's like, yeah, I decided that I'm gonna go pro because I don't know how many years I have left. And Bohannon's like, look, man, all right, I've been around since basketball was invented. I'm gonna keep it going.
Are you saying
we're gonna run it back one more time?
Are you saying he's older than Naismith?
I'm saying he was probably at the YMCA that Naismith was.
God, holy crap! All right, I want to address some things in here in chat. Also, congratulations, Ethan, to you on your marriage. Happy for you. And Dylan, I guess I'm learning that he's been engaged, or he's engaged. So, congrats to you. And the reason is he needs those benefits, is what he just said in here. And the Sheet app is claiming her husband already here. Skeet app, do you want to address that, or are you just going to ignore it?
Joke's on her. I'm waiting until marriage.
So no, we're
getting married. Not getting married until I'm married.
By the way,
it ain't happening.
I apologize for this. I've looked over at my third screen over here for the first time in 24 minutes. I missed a follow 19 minutes ago. 4 Gathers. Thank you for following us. It's great to have more followers here. I appreciate it, even though you're no longer in chat. I'm sorry.
Always.
All right. So what else happened? Actually, while we were away, a lot happened. I'm gonna go in chronological order to best of my.
You mean the news?
No. Just
or
everything
in your life.
Not in my life. No, nothing's really happened in my life.
Just like what's happened in the world.
Yeah, well, the most significant things the first 2 things that come to mind are the Big 12 almost maybe falling apart. Actually, there's 3 things, because I learned about something yesterday. That happened like really early on in the summer. Number 2 is Nebraska, I guess, is being investigated by the NCAA. Maybe you can shed some light on it, maybe you can't. But the third thing is also, this is a big, like the most big major thing that's happened in the past 3 months, is the United States pulling out of Afghanistan. And
there's a lot more that's pretty major.
Is there?
But it depends on what sphere you're talking about.
True. If you're in Europe, it's probably the Euro. England lost to Italy, I think it was, in the Euro 2020 final. Oh God, just so much has happened. That we went on break at the absolute worst time because everything started happening, and then the Delta variant.
Shit. What was it? Beginning of July, FaZe Clan ends up in a massive shitstorm because of Save the Kids.
I think I also saw today, because I haven't really been on Twitter much, but I think I saw this morning something that you shared. I think it was the FaZe Clans ranking their Call of Duties.
Oh my God, dude!
I think
you don't have MW2.
All of them.
If you don't have MW2 in your top 3, you're wrong. And you're actually wrong.
If you have Warzone in your top 5, really? Are you serious?
What was it? I think Swag had it as his number 1.
But
he also joined FaZe Clan off of being a little bitch.
It really makes you wonder how old these people are. Like, are you
age
14? You're really in your early 20s, and you're saying that Warzone is better than Call of Duty 4, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. What else is on Call of Duty 2? Modern Warfare 3. I said Modern Warfare 3 already. God, even Modern Warfare 2019. I think Modern Warfare 2019 is really good.
Multiplayer was pretty scuffed.
I know the campaign was very, very good, though. The campaign
was great. No, they all ranked it based off of multiplayer.
Yeah, that's the problem. You can't do that.
The Vanguard trailer, dude. The Vanguard trailer looks fire. I think it looks fire, except I'm not buying it. I'm probably gonna buy Battlefield, and that's. Oh yeah, dude. The trailer was fire. It slapped. But I am probably. I'm probably gonna end up buying Battlefield, and that's gonna be my game for a realistic shooter.
Real quick interruption, because I see that our Stream Elements bot has mentioned it in here.
We have a Discord.
Yeah, if you're watching our stream and are not in our Discord, please join. It's I don't know how to describe it, because I just don't know. I'm in so many Discord servers that I can't keep them straight.
It's an inactive mess, and it's fun.
Oh, too late, Sheet App. I already showed it early in the stream. Sorry. It's a one-time use only thing. Also,
anyway.
hold on, real quickly. I mentioned this earlier, but for those that missed it, we have a channel point system. I believe it should work. I think if you hit ! leaderboard, you get points. Oh, hey, hold on. Finn. Oh, he's actually
I'm getting into
Oh
it.
man.
I showed the cake and I got into it.
Oh man.
I threw that shit back, man.
Yeah, good thing I'm sitting below a desk.
Yeah, we do have a channel point system through a bot, and it's fun. Dylan, you could gamble
Yeah,
without losing money.
I think if you hit ! roulette, you can roulette some stuff there. There's slot machine stuff. I turned off the duel system. Oh no, no! He actually.
That's good.
He actually won
Let's
it all.
fucking go,
He
dude.
won it all. Oh yeah, so we have a channel point system. It actually awards you for watching our streams. Since all of you guys are followed right now, you won't get any extra points for following, but you do get points every certain amount of minutes. I don't remember how many it is, but we do have a. I felt like it's like. I think for future seasons, maybe we should, we're doing a really overhaul of things. If you were, with each season that we've had, we've improved on things. So like on the season 2, we've improved the audio and lighting, and we've created some overlays and stuff like that, and a new chat system. And then season 3, a lot more, a new intro, new graphics, and new incentives for viewers. Hopefully you guys can enjoy playing around with those things. And there should be like an 8-ball command too. I haven't tested any of this out too, so I guess you guys are guinea pigs. But that's what I wanted to say about that. Oh, he just lost. It's kind of entertaining because I'm looking at Dylan just going to town at the casino at our Twitch casino.
World's greatest legal casino. But no, dude. Okay, so the Save the Kids thing, horrible shit. Massive rug pull. We found Fraser K ended up rug pulling close to a dozen different crypto projects. Sam Pepper was involved. Jordan Galen was involved. Fraser K and Jordan Galen were both fired from FaZe Clan.
As a result of this?
Yes.
Can you give me some context?
So FaZe K does not exist. Save the Kids was a cryptocurrency that was supposed to be a charity coin. And it had such people as Rice Gum, Summer Rae, FaZe K, FaZe Jarvis, FaZe Tico, FaZe Nikon. Tico and Nikon are old, dude. Like, they are old names. Tico's used to be huge. Massive vlogging. And it is crazy because it ends up being where their anti-whale code was changed so that instead of having to wait 24 hours to sell all of their coin, because it was a total of 5 days, you could sell all of your wallet. Okay? It got changed. So it was 5 minutes. You could do all of it. So that sucks. And FaZe K ended up selling all of his. And he ended up being kicked from FaZe Clan because they saw that and they were like, oh, that's bad. And then it comes out that he's done it multiple times, close to a dozen different ones. And it's wild. Tico was the only one that literally sold nothing. In fact, he bought more when the price went down for Save the Kids. He bought more. And then, what else was there? Massive crypto exchange got hacked. Hundreds of millions of dollars stolen. Most of it given back. The hacker got caught and decided that he was going to claim that he was going to give it all to charity. Weird. Not true, but okay. And then so many things.
This is all just Save the Kids?
That's just all small crypto stuff.
Oh, crypto.
I mean, it's big crypto news, but like it's very small that it happened like that, and then suddenly it just became this massive. massive thing.
That's the biggest problem with crypto still, is that there's so much volatility behind it that it's like,
With a lot of them,
I
yeah.
wouldn't even trust it. I wouldn't even trust. And there's still. I think there needs to be a whole education or like a tutorial on crypto, because there's still a ton of people like me that don't understand what it is. Is it stocks? What is it? I don't know. It's like money that you can't spend. I don't know.
Think of it like stocks. You genuinely can think of it like stocks. And you've got multiple different types of crypto. You have shit coins, which are stuff like, Doge, Shiba.
Meme coins, yeah.
Save the kids. No. Shit coins. They're not meant to make money. They're not really meant to make money. More than anything, they are meant to be a meme. A lot of them. But they're called a shit coin because they are shit. Like, if you invest into them, most of the time you're stupid. Except stocks benefit companies you want to support. Yeah, except that not everybody likes centralized. Not everybody likes a centralized economy. Some people want a decentralized economy, which is where cryptocurrency comes in. Look at Bitcoin. I trust Bitcoin. Do you trust Bitcoin? Yeah, you could literally lose thousands of dollars per Bitcoin, right? You're still going to have $30,000+ per coin. Sounds pretty trustworthy to me. Apple stock. How much is one share of Apple stock worth to you?
To me, I wouldn't buy Apple stock.
It's worth nothing to you because do you own any?
Okay, technically, yeah. It does mean zero to me because I don't own anything. Yes.
Quite literally, it means it's worth nothing to you because you don't own any. And if you don't want to buy any, it's worth less than nothing. It's worth less than nothing to you.
Cable guy. Not Larry the Cable Guy, the movie The Cable Guy, which some people in chat may or may not know that movie, but and some people
everything I've ever seen has been DM bot scam. Every Bitcoin anything I've seen has been instantly banned. Here's the thing: Bitcoin itself isn't stable. It's not a stable coin, which is another type of coin, but you're always going to be able to make money off of it. So long as you wait long enough. Same with stocks.
My problem is that there's actually a crypto card now, and whoever is making
there's tons of this.
Whoever's making this card, I've seen it advertised recently though. Whoever's making this card, is actually basically banking on this to be the new currency, and like the currency of the future that will replace the U.S. dollar or something like that. But I just don't. It's hard to establish an economy from scratch. It takes generations, I would say, to establish economy.
It takes time, but the big thing is when something's decentralized, it's going to be utilized a lot more. It's not going to be utilized for a lot of very good things because you no longer need to launder money. You no longer need to clean dirty money.
Yeah, it's not taxable income probably. So
no, it is.
It is
depending if you use an exchange. It's taxable. There is capital tax off of exchanges. But it's like Dylan said, all of the top coins are pretty solid. Bitcoin, Ethereum, anything based off of Ethereum. Because Ethereum is more than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is Bitcoin and that's it. Ethereum is the future of the blockchain because there's so many things that can be based off of it. You've heard of NFTs, right?
Yes, I still don't know what they are.
NFT stands for non-fungible token. It is the link to a picture. That's it. It's a link to a picture. It is stupid. Anybody who says it's not stupid is also stupid.
I remember Luca Garza had one.
He did. I own it. Well, I don't. I didn't buy it. I didn't even bid on it, but I have it. That's the downfall of NFTs. I have lots of NFTs. I have lots of NFTs. All I did was right click and say save.
You know what that kind of reminds me of? That kind of reminds me of the equivalence of OnlyFans versus just Googling boobies.
It's true, especially now that OnlyFans has changed their rules, which is what Dylan brought up in chat. OnlyFans recently changed the rules to prohibit sexual activity. Oh my God, does that mean that the porn site's going away from porn? No, it doesn't. All you can do is just show tits, show ass, no sex.
Oh, that's all it is. Okay, I didn't.
No sex acts. For most people, Nope. For most people, things won't change. Karina Kopf can keep posting her one titty pick a month.
Damn, I was hoping that it was actually what I thought it was. That way all the gimmick accounts would stop getting paid to retweet.
Oh my god. That would be so great.
I thought that's what it was going to be, but now it's like, now my disappointment is immeasurable and my day has been further ruined.
It's like Dylan said, the rules really won't affect all that much, but there will be some people whose entire thing is posting them performing sexual activities where they're going to their fan base is going to suffer significantly.
Well,
they're probably going to end up on Patreon.
But here's the thing, like, at least now we know that OnlyFins is still an option.
OnlyFins isn't bad. Actually, I plan on making an OnlyFans where it's just me talking about sports in a robe. And it'll be a sports-themed robe, and I am fully open to suggestions for robes if I manage to get a minimum of 10 subscribers.
I see the Sheet app in chat just saying, like, oh, God.
Technically,
she said, oh, Jesus, but...
she's out.
Yeah, it's okay. She probably thinks we're boring anyway.
But anyway, back to crypto. No, I'm kidding. To kind of cap off my crypto talk, though, crypto is stocks without a company backing it. There is no collateral for crypto, and that's the only thing. Unless you get a stable coin like USDC, which is always going to be worth $1. Like, that's it. They say it's worth $1, so it is. And that is also how stocks work. Like, it literally is. And an IPO, suddenly it's like, oh yeah, this stock's worth $20 to start. Oh, hey, look. People are buying and selling for $20. But unless you buy a stable coin, you're always going to be taking in some kind of risk. There's just no company.
I'm just hoping.
And that's it.
I'm just hoping, by the way, my phone just notified me that the Cardinals have beaten the Brewers, finally.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that you were live, and I was like, damn, you're live?
No. My hope is that we get past this phase of just people...
Shit coins for scams, yeah.
Not just that, but like people always like, if you try to have a random conversation with somebody, or even one of my friends is guilty of doing this. He's like, so you invest in GameStop yet? I'm like, stop talking to me about...
He still talks about GameStop?
Or just investing in stocks and stuff like that. Like, is this gonna like... Because I know once the hedge fund squeeze happened, like everybody just thought they were a day trader or whatever.
They were a day trader, yeah.
Whatever. Like they were an expert on day trading or whatever that. So everybody was trying to talk to everybody about this stuff, and I'm just hoping like, when is this gonna pass? When can I just have normal conversations with people again instead of being pressured or like asking if I could, you should create a Robinhood account and then say, oh no, Robinhood is ass now. Don't make a Robinhood account. You should go through I don't even remember what's the green one, the green line one. Remember there was a commercial for somebody standing on the green line with the arrow. Oh,
that's Principal.
Is that it? I don't remember, but
I think
I'm hoping we get past this phase sooner than later. I'm hoping.
No, oh yeah, no, and like the only time I really tend to bring up like cryptocurrency and whatnot is because like I love looking at scams and all that stuff. Like I used to look at all sorts of like traditional scams where it's like Enron. I love reading about Enron.
Enron.
I love reading about Enron. I love reading about what was that bank in England where the guy was trading on the Nikkei index in Singapore for them, and he had 2 accounts, and one of them was just full of hundreds of millions of dollars of losses, and then he managed to dig himself out of the hole twice, and then he got himself back in every time. Fire Festival. I
have watched Fire Festival.
Fire Festival is such a funny scam. It's
God.
Like I used to learn a lot about those, but then crypto became a big thing, and so now I learn a lot about crypto scams and crypto scammers and automation scams and all that kind of stuff. But so that's usually how I'll bring it up. I'll be like, yo, so I was checking this out and I learned about this.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine, but I don't want. I'm getting tired of people, and there's a meme.
Hey man, you got any Ethereum yet?
There's this meme going around currently of it was like a Cincinnati Reds versus Brewers game, I think it was, and there's a guy talking to this girl, and like there's a meme going around that it's about him talking about stocks and crypto, and like that's exactly what's going on right now. Like, when is this gonna end? Can I just, I honestly, I'd probably rather talk about COVID than stocks right now. But Dylan brought up the final.
Been imploding.
Dylan brought up the Fire Festival, and I gotta admit, I was actually pretty pissed off watching that because I'm like, how can you be this stupid? And it made me dislike influencers even more.
Say the Internet Historian is a really, really good pseudo documentary on Fire Festival. Internet Historian's incredible. For those of you that haven't checked
good
him out.
YouTube channel.
Absolutely incredible. But no, Dylan's right. He said it was a total fucking meme, and it was hilarious watching these rich ass people show up to some dog shit island with nothing on it. It was. It genuinely is hilarious. Like, it pissed me off how dumb they were.
Oh god, yeah, it was.
I was like, "There's no way."
Man.
It's like that. Will Kylie Jenner please come to the foyer? And then she sees the fucking pig and goes, "Is that a chicken?"
Can we just? Oh my god, this is just bringing up bad memories of just even watching that and just like, it's a good movie. It's a good film, or it's
such a good docu. It's such a good doc.
It's a good documentary. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's a good documentary. But it just pisses me off because like, how can you be this dumb and like actually think that this is going to be a real thing? And also the person putting it on, how can you just stop it? Get some help. Like,
oh no, I'd scam those people. I'd feel no remorse at night.
That's I think that's signs of psychopathy. XC Girl is no longer here, so I can't confirm that.
But once we went on break, I watched the Hulu one. The Hulu one was so good, Dylan. But once we went on break, the world kind of just imploded. You had the Save the Kids thing, which took over the internet. It started in July, and it's still going. Save the Kids was huge. You had Polynet. Poly Network get hacked. $680 million lost. Crazy. Cody 2012.
Oh, how can we forget about the Olympics? Dude, the Olympics went on.
Oh yeah, the Olympics went on. We did good, like always. It was a very uneventful Olympics, aside from Simone Biles and what's her bucket? Naomi Osaka.
She actually lost.
Naomi Osaka lost.
I don't think she.
And then Nope. She got eliminated early on.
Then
Simone Biles pulled herself out of competition.
By the way, real quickly, thank you, Ginger Pug. I don't remember if it's Ginger Pug. I can't remember. For Pug's sake, that's her Twitch ID. Thank you for following. I didn't want to miss that. Luckily, I was able to catch you here. But proceeds. You said Simone Biles.
But Simone Biles pulled herself out of competition due to her mental health. And I absolutely respect the hell out of that. Because she is so good. She's so good.
Sha'Carri Richards, that's what you're talking about, Dylan.
She is so good that she does such insane things that if she would have competed, she could have hurt herself. And if anybody else would have competed in the same mental state as her, doing the same things that she does, I can guarantee you that their career would be gone. Gone.
I have a question for you. Actually, I've been thinking about this question for a while that I've been meaning to ask you. So this whole thing with Simone Biles, along added to with the pandemic, has really emphasized an importance on mental health.
Mm.
But there's going to be some people either being trolls or actually being just like not understanding and just really being douchey. I don't know. I can't think of a better word. People are, saying online, and I've even heard it in person, like, I'm saying, just say that your mental health isn't good right now. Everybody, you could just have a day off, or that's they basically say it sarcastically as it's like a cheap excuse to get out of work. And
wish I could do that.
It bothers me. It does bother me that and with Graham Bensinger. I don't know if you know who Graham Bensinger is, but he's a great interviewer that has a show on select local stations. He also has a YouTube channel too. Really great. It's called In Depth with Graham Bensinger. And he did a whole episode talking about mental health with Kevin Love, Dak Prescott, who I think his brother committed suicide. Who's another one? Lindsey Vonn, a bunch of other people. It's a great episode, but it made me think, these people are just being like super sarcastic about it. And then it kind of made me think about the vaccinated people. You know how we talk about, we give a pass for mental health, or we had given understanding. And this made me think about, people that are choosing not to get the vaccine. And the people that are choosing not to get a vaccine because of needle anxiety. Like,
in my opinion, bad reason.
How are we supposed to feel about that? Because this is an actual thing. Like, people are actually freak out and actually shut down at the sight of a needle and like cannot have needles stuck into them or get shots. So I'm not sure how to feel about it. I'm not sure how we should feel about it, because I understand it too, but I also think that people should get vaccinated, because at the very worst, like Dylan said before, if something goes wrong later on in life, we can all file a class action lawsuit. So it's a win. It's a win-win basically.
I think that needle anxiety is a bad reason to not go through the proper avenues and get modern medicine, mainly because like I work for a school. I work for an elementary school, and I work for the only elementary school with a special education department. So we have a lot of kids that are actually immunocompromised that aren't able to get the vaccine. It's part of the reason why I got the vaccine, was because a lot of these kids can't, and I'm around them quite a bit. So I need to be that person that is proactive and says, hey, I'm going to make sure that they are as safe as possible around me. And, unfortunately, the average middle-aged white American male is probably the most prolific group of experts on every topic right now. First, they were epidemiologists, and then they were psychologists when the Simone Biles thing came around. And then, now, they're all geopolitical analysts.
Yeah, yes.
Because the United States decided that we were finally going to pull out of Afghanistan. After President Obama said that he was going to start doing that, I think he did, if I remember correctly. He did start the slow retreat out of Afghanistan, and then Trump stopped everything for whatever reason. And he was all like, "We're going to pull out of Afghanistan, guys." And the Republicans, believe it or not, the GOP, has deleted the page on their website that said that Trump wanted to leave Afghanistan.
Yeah,
the current exit has created this massive shitstorm.
I was going to point out, that Trump did want to pull some troops out of Afghanistan too. So I'll give him.
He wanted to pull them all out.
I'll give him credit for that. I have questions. I have a lot of questions that I probably won't get answers to. The two biggest questions I have are at NBC Nightly News, and you could say whatever you want about your news source of your choice, but in my opinion, NBC News, main NBC, not MSNBC or CNBC.
NBC's money.
Yeah, see, so like whatever.
I hope to God that they're not reporting on Afghanistan aside from OPEC.
Yeah. So NBC News, they did a story. Richard Engel, he did a story on how basically the U.S. kind of just left. It was like a month and a half ago, where the Afghan troops, they were supposed to be holding down the fort and everything like that. But then you look at everything, like they were untrained. They didn't have any guidance. They didn't even have power to the base. And Richard Engel, a common reporter, was just able to bike down the base, bike down there the runway. And I'm just thinking, like, did nobody see that and just say, we have a problem here? Because now with everything going on, it makes you wonder, like, did nobody know, like, this? Did nobody see this actually coming? Like, that there was no way, or this, it was to quote President Biden, his comments were, it was an inevitability the Taliban were going to overtake the troops. So that's one of my first things. Ginger, I'll get to your question, but the other statement here in chat. The second question I have is, why? What was the objective of the mission? Seeing that everything was here, what was the objective? I don't know. And those are questions. Those are the two questions that I have that I will never get answers to.
Well, we can get an answer to that one, and the answer is that George Bush, back in 2001,
please don't say oil.
decided that we needed to get Osama bin Laden, and he was in Afghanistan apparently, which we all know was not true. No, George Bush genuinely, like, back when 9/11 happened, just said, hey, this is our opportunity to actually, like, go after the Middle East and, like, try and be the world police that we've always been meant to be. And I genuinely believe that he was the one that created the America that we know today, where we think that we're the world police.
Yeah, also add in the satire film by Trey Parker and Matt Stone, Team America World Police.
But so Ginger Pug in chat, back on the COVID and needle anxiety thing, said my friend had a needle stuck in her arm when she was a child, so she has extreme needle anxiety. I get that. I genuinely believe that is valid. That is incredibly valid.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are saying that needle anxiety isn't like a real thing.
No, but yeah. And she said she usually needs a few nurses to hold her down to get required vaccines. She got a mild sedative before her COVID vaccine to make it easier for all of them. And Ginger agrees with me and says, since you don't have necessarily an opinion on it, but Ginger agrees and says, that that they don't think it's a valid excuse either. And it's one of those things, like, this is genuinely bigger than all of us. It really is. Like, look at the flu, look at the Spanish flu epidemic. The pandemic that happened at the almost exact same time last century. Everybody was doing everything that they could in order to, keep people safe. Back then, vaccines weren't something that, were readily available like they are today. And so, I will never get the flu shot. I will never get the flu shot. I also don't get sick. But there's a big difference between the flu and COVID. This is, the flu is a coronavirus, but COVID-19 is significantly more aggressive. COVID-19 is significantly less studied. We have had 100 years to take the Spanish flu and its millions of variants that are out there and build up this almost herd immunity at this point so that we're considerably less affected by it. I don't think that I know a single person that has ever truly gotten the flu. I don't think that you've ever truly gotten the flu, where you are bedridden. You are bedridden with a fever of 101, 102. You cannot move because your body is shutting down. The flu is genuinely so terrible if you get the actual flu. There are people that still die of the flu because their body becomes incredibly dehydrated, so it can't fight properly. They're throwing up everything. And I don't mean like your typical, like, oh, I had chicken noodle soup 4 or 5 hours ago and now I'm throwing it up. It's like you eat it and 20 minutes later it's gone. It doesn't matter where you were. You're shitting constantly. You have aches, chills all over, but you're super hot. Why are you cold? You're hot. It doesn't make sense. The flu is way worse than what we get today.
Let me actually provide you some background here. You said you don't know anybody that's actually had the flu, like the actual true flu. While I wasn't expending my bowels every minute or throwing up, when I actually 10 years ago, it would have been about 10 years ago, or over 10 years ago actually, because it happened in early 2011. I was out of commission for a week because I woke up one morning. Everything felt very weird. My alarm sounded weird, like actually sounded weird to me. I was very cold. I couldn't get up. I couldn't actually lift my body up. It took every ounce of energy, but like I was super hot. And I remember it was like about 7 a.m. when I woke up, and I ended up going to the doctor around noon. I think it was maybe noon, maybe earlier than noon. I don't really remember. But I remember my dad helping me like get my shoes on, get me out of bed, because I was just, I've never felt anything like this before. When the nurses took my temperature, they almost like freaked out and were like, "We need to get your fever down immediately." The thermometer showed 106.5. I do not know how I was still conscious, still living, still anything. Maybe I attribute it to the vaccine because I did get a flu vaccine that year. Maybe it made my symptoms a lot less worse. I have no idea how I got it. Nobody around me had gotten it. All I know is that the day before I actually got the flu, I said to my classmates, "I've never gotten the flu." So it was just karma. Like, so it was.
You're probably one of few people that you ever know that's actually seen something that could be, and maybe that is the modern flu. I don't know. I've never gotten it. I don't know people that have gotten it.
It was horrible.
You know.
I would never negative 6 out of 10 would never do again. And I can't imagine how the people, because like, yes, I had difficulties breathing, but I don't think it's anything to the near point of the people with COVID, the COVID victims in the ICU. It wasn't.
This one's considerably more respiratory.
Yeah, I didn't need to be put on a ventilator. People with COVID need to be put on a ventilator, or if they get if their symptoms are that severe. Like, and it's terrible. So, but the whole thing about the needle anxiety and thing, I don't have an opinion about it just because I don't feel like I have enough information on both sides to make an informed opinion, unfortunately. But thank you, Ginger, for actually providing that insight. It actually does, it gives a real world example of going back to this question that I had about this.
But COVID-19 is a very real thing. It's a very scary thing. And I keep telling people, I'm going to be at the Cyhawk game. And they're like, well, what if COVID shuts it down? And I'm like, no, look, I will be at the Cyhawk game. I don't care if I'm in the stadium or not. I will be at the Cyhawk game.
You also have to remember, Skeet Up, which state is the Cyhawk game being played in? Which state? You just got to think about it.
It's being played in Iowa.
Yeah. We're going to stay at 100% capacity for forever, basically.
No, Iowa's being sued right now.
Are they really?
Yep, Iowa currently has a lawsuit going after them for the governor's no mask mandate thing.
This is actually new to me. I've not known about it. I know I've heard recently that school districts in Texas have gotten around mask mandates by addressing it by saying
amending their dress code.
Yeah, basically putting it in your dress code, which is actually brilliant.
I
really use the word brilliant like I'm a British person.
Absolutely brilliant. Bloody brilliant.
Oh, Nigel, this is brilliant. You watch some football today? That's probably really bad.
There was no accent there.
Dude, it's been over a year since I've actually been to England, so the accent kind of rubbed off.
I'm watching football today.
The accent is no longer there just because of how I've been away from England for too long. But while I was there, I was starting.
They definitely would say footy.
Actually, sorry, my bad. Yeah, I said footy. But then actually, when I went to Liverpool, they didn't say footy. But Liverpool's different because it's northern England. They're a lot nicer there, and they actually talk to people. Like northern England,
Iowa State Fair. Just like Ethan brought up. Sorry to interrupt you, but
no, go ahead.
Ethan brought up Iowa State Fair full capacity.
Yes, that is true. Even the
largest state fair in the country.
Really, I didn't know that.
I think so. I think it still is. It was for a long, long time.
It's the most Iowa thing too, because I watched the news yesterday, and I think there was cow manure flinging. I think that was an activity. I'm like, that's the most.
You'll love to see it.
Actually, I would think that would be a Nebraska thing though, because isn't Nebraska known for their cows?
Nebraska is known for its beef production, but more so for its pork production.
Okay.
So we would do hog tying. We would do hog tying for sure.
Would you have rodeos too then? Rodeos are fun.
There are rodeos.
I actually do like rodeos,
but I tend to. There are rodeos in Nebraska, and I've been to a couple, but I've been avoiding them as of late because a certain former coworker of mine is very into rodeo.
Oh wait, I think I know who that is. That's just disappointing. That's still disappointing.
Speaking of work, we're a week in, and I have stories. Y'all want to hear stories from? Y'all want to hear tales from beyond?
Please enlighten us with your stories from Tales. Maybe we need to make that a new segment, Tales from Beyond with Skeedap.
Tales from Beyond. It only took a week for me to get called the gamer word, so that's interesting.
Oh, Oh, God.
Last time it took multiple months. Last year it took multiple months. So that
we're making progress, just not the right kind of progress.
yeah, we're making progress in one direction. I think it's just a little bit backwards.
Yeah.
But we
And
yeah,
this
today,
is your first week too. How long have you been working now?
this is our first full week. We started last Thursday.
God.
We had our first significant bout of behaviors today, which was very interesting. We had a couple of students. They were desk surfing. You've heard of swag surfing. Get ready for desk surfing while yelling that you're playing Fortnite. Hey, let's build. We're playing Fortnite. So they take these removable walls that we have and they're moving them around their desks as they're standing on these desks. And then next thing you know, all you hear is, I'm gonna fucking kill you! I'm gonna fucking kill you, bitch! And this little 14-pound soaking wet kid is running at the classroom teacher as she goes, and I'm like, oh my God, do I really have to save her from this fucking toddler?
I don't know if this is a violation for you to disclose it or not, but how old are these kids?
It depends. They range anywhere from 3rd grade to 6th grade.
Okay, so anywhere between like 6 and 12.
Yeah. This one's one of the older ones.
Sorry,
very
not 6.
small.
That would be 8 and 12.
This one's one of the smaller ones. He's also one of the older ones. And just work avoidance. He didn't want to do work. So he's running at the classroom teacher with his fists going like this already. Incredibly uncoordinated. This kid will fall sitting down. And so I escort the kid to our seclusion room, have the classroom teacher hold the door, because I'm like, I'm going to be needed elsewhere. I'm sure of it. Other kid that he was with ended up getting escorted. No, I'll walk. Nope, you lost that chance. Sorry, bud. You made your choice. It's done. It's signed, sealed, and delivered now. You know, he's getting escorted. And, no, I'm not going in there. Okay, you still don't get a choice. I don't know what you think changed in the last 7 feet, but sorry, man.
You know, I know
we get it.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I want to get serious a little bit here because, you know, we laugh at this because it is funny, but you realize, should we even be laughing at this? Because this is kind of a
yes, otherwise I will cry.
This is kind of, because if you really, really dig deep and think about it really hard, these are actually children, and like these are the behaviors that they've been brought up to understand that it is okay, or even like maybe it's not even they were brought up to understand that this is okay. I kind of think about children.
Some of it's work avoidance, some of it's they want attention. But the thing with me is that if I don't laugh about some of this stuff, I'm gonna cry.
Well, yeah.
My job's so stressful.
I understand that. You gotta find the moments to laugh about it, but also deep down it is kind of concerning and sad. I actually do wonder how many of your kids and your students were born from like addicts, meth addicts, drug addicts, alcohol addicts, or whatever, or that were born zero. That's good.
One.
Hey,
Sorry,
that percentage is still a lot better than I would think.
Dylan says I'm grown as fuck and still can't behave.
There's a difference though. There's a difference between being smart stupid and concerning stupid. I believe all of us are like smart stupid.
But genuinely, all of these kids are good kids. They just are victims of circumstance.
Yeah.
They all come from really shitty home lives. One kid had his mom straight up tell him that she loves their cats more than him. That kid's been set up to fail for years now.
That's horrible.
What is it? Another kid, lower functioning, has had some very horrific things happen to them in the past. And it's like, shit, what are we going to do? They've been set up to fail from the beginning as well. But when they do things like this, it's like, oh my God, this is actually hilarious.
I guess
kid today told me, you let me out of here and it's your funeral. So I said to him, I'm just not going to let you out then. You can't do that. No, I can. I can stand here for a long time. I'm paid by the hour.
The silver lining in this is that in your environment, they're actually being kids. If you think about it.
Yeah.
They're being
I
like
guess,
the
yeah.
Fortnite building forts and everything like that. Like that's
We don't allow video game talk though,
that. Why?
because it causes problems like that.
I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was one that would like we would play cops and robbers on the playground, or we would play
You'd get shot.
Halo. We would play
threaten to kill someone.
we would play imaginary Halo on the playground, stuff like that. But we all grew out of that. We all understood that we were just being kids. So I do
No,
have
these
a little
kids
bit of
don't
a problem
understand
with
that.
Oh, these kids won't understand that. Okay.
No, these kids will take anything and everything and they will make it a problem. You disagree about what a feature is in Minecraft? Looks like it's fisticuffs. Oh hey, you've gotten this many victory royales in Fortnite. I got this many last night. Oh, they're rolling on the ground and somebody lost a tooth.
Has that really changed though? I mean, just look at Cyhawk Twitter.
Good night, everybody.
Am I wrong?
No, dude. Cyhawk Twitter is full of children. Cyhawk Twitter is full of children. Like, look, okay, look. Like I said earlier, the video of Dylan getting lit up in the Oregon game is going around, and people are trying to use that. Like, they're trying to make that a joke. Like, oh, hey, look, Tebow goes in motion, and then they're all like, oh man, Iowa State fans think that this is the greatest tight end in football. It's like, no, we brag about Dylan because Dylan was not our best tight end last year. In fact, I'm sorry, Dylan. I don't know if you've seen that I tweeted this, but this might hurt. Dylan Sainer was statistically our worst tight end last year. He got signed by an NFL team for more money than most people will make in their lifetime. That's insane. That is great. So yeah, we brag about Dylan fucking Sainer. But like, Iowa Twitter is trying to turn him into some like negative thing. What? That'd be like saying like, oh man, Tyrese Halliburton can't make it past the second round. Okay. Cool. Good for you. Nice. He's making millions of dollars playing a game for a living, and you're sitting here on a Twitter account named after a forum board name that you have named after a rapper, I think.
Ginger in chat, going back to the whole foundational psychology of children, also brings up in chat, issues can also occur from physical abuse to the mother during pregnancy, which is very, very true. And, it might have also occurred to some people in both fan bases that we have, the Cyhawk fan base. That's actually a genuine thing, I feel like, because given the state we are located in and also the way people act, it's kind of like, you kind of have questions about their upbringing and how they do things.
It's behavioral programs are full of kids that are absolutely victims of circumstance, and 99% of the things that they do, while not right, are they're not their fault. Kids that were born to meth addicts.
Yeah, we should never blame kids for being the way they are at that age.
Kids that were born to meth addicts, they can't take the time to reason and logically problem solve. They snap and it's over.
This also goes down though. This opens up a can of worms now though, because at what age? Because like some people just never grow out of old habits. They're just mentally and physically unable to outgrow those old habits or like mature. So
26.
this opens up a can of worms of like, where do we draw the line of like, people be acting like kids when they should be adults, and also 26.
Once your brain is done developing fully, which is up to the age of 26, there's no more excuses. You need to be an adult.
But what about the
I'm sorry.
What's the what the word? I can't think of the word. It's something spectrum. What are they?
Oh, autism?
Is that autism? Okay, autism or like people with Down syndrome.
See, but those kind of things are significantly different because that is an actual intellectual disability. And so when you have one of those, it hinders you in a totally different way.
Yeah, and maybe I didn't phrase my question correctly, and maybe I just can't think of a good way to put it. But like, I'm not trying to say that. Oh,
there is no age where we can expect them to act perfect, like where we can expect them to act normal.
Then again, we don't even know what normal is.
Right? I mean, I'm here talking shit on a guy that signed a multi-million-dollar contract.
Who is in chat, by the way?
Who's in chat? You know, he's talking back. The fact that he hasn't taken anything that I've said personally like blows my mind.
Because
on one of Dylan's streams, he had somebody that was talking shit, and the guy turned it personal. He goes, "I hope you blow your knee out.
Whoa!
And your career gets ruined." And like Dylan, and I remember I clipped it because I was like, "Dude, how sad does your life have to be that you decide that you want to wish ill on somebody's career just because of a video game?"
I think we can attribute classiness to
which video game they play. You're right.
No,
Dota players are so much better.
God, no. You got to think about who Dylan played under, and who was the head coach. I think that's the thing about Iowa State athletes or football players. They in the Iowa State football players from 2016 to now, excluding Jacob Park, have class. They have class, and they're what I would like to call the high road, the cheesy high road.
5-star culture, except for that guy that punched Bohannon. That's 6-star culture. That's
Oh,
world star
God,
culture.
No,
That's world star culture.
We don't
baby.
condone violence on this show. We don't. Maybe Ski Dep does.
Okay. I actually don't condone violence, but at the same time, I am of the mindset, and it could happen to me. If it happens to me, I'm not gonna go after the guy. But genuinely, it's like if you're out there, right, and you're being a dickhead at a bar, right? Because according to people that were there, Bohannon was being belligerent and dumping. What was it? He was dumping ice on a bachelor party that was there, and like just being generally drunk and belligerent. And so the guy decked him. And I am genuinely of the opinion that if that was me, I would 100% deserve to get decked. 300% deserve to get decked. I don't care if you're a 70-year-old man hanging out at a college kid's bar, and I am Tom fucking Brady at the peak of his career. I don't care. If I'm being a dick, go ahead. I deserve it.
I mentioned this actually in a prior stream. I actually know some people at the University of Iowa, and both that are currently there and graduates. And when I asked them about the Bohannon incident, universally they were like, "Oh, when Bohannon claims that he got assaulted, like even they didn't like his behavior there too. Like, and these are actual students." And then quickly they were gonna say like, he's not like Garza. Like, these are actual Iowa students. The University of Iowa, Iowa City, students saying like, they were immediately comparing him to Garza, and they were saying like Garza's got class. Like Garza will actually, like, if you see him walking in the hallways or in a building or walking around on campus, like he will say hi to you and you can high five him. Like he'll be really friendly to you. Whereas they were just universally did not like Bohannon. And I'm not sure. I'm not going to say that's an accurate representation of the entire University of Iowa student body, but I've heard some info from both students there that have interacted with Bohannon, because obviously he's at the bars all the time, so it's not hard to interact with him. I'm not saying this sarcastically. I'm actually saying this as a truth. Like, these are actually students that have told me that they've seen him at the bars plenty of times.
I heard that he likes to party hard.
Yeah, from that, and I've also heard from people that went to high school with him and were in the same city, and he was kind of the same way when he was in high school. So the most this is all alleged. This is all an alleged story, but the most prominent high school story that I remember that again is alleged. I want to keep that in mind. Take in Letterkenny allegedly. was smoking weed in a
Oh,
children's.
that's not allegedly. He was smoking weed in a kids movie in a movie theater in Robbins. Got kicked out because the manager was calling the cops. I did learn that he in fact did not threaten to tell the manager. That was something that I definitely got from something else. So I would like to amend that from the many times that I have told this story. But like Dylan said, Dylan in chat saying that he can see people not liking Bohannon. I have it on a good authority from a lot of people, athletes, non-athletes, mostly non-athletes, that he's not a super well-liked guy. You know, I'm sure that the basketball players like him because he's their teammate. So I'm sure that he's like, he's a good guy to them.
I've heard the opposite, that basketball players don't even like him, but they're like act like they like him. I've heard that.
Ryan Kriener said that.
I've heard these are all
said
rumors.
That the team say Ryan Kriener, and maybe people didn't tell him because he and Bohannon were in the same class. Believe it or not, Ryan Kriener, who plays basketball professionally overseas, and Bohannon are in the same class. But Ryan said that he, that the basketball guys all like each other. That Bohannon was pretty well liked because he was a funny dude. And, I believe that, because it's a team kind of thing. And I believe that he could, be a different person to his teammates. But then a couple of other athletes were like, nah, I've heard he's a dick, or the times that I've interacted with him, he's been a dick. He definitely gives off the air of thinking that he's better than everyone else. Remember when the Standpoint made that reading mean tweets about Bohannon video?
I remember you showing me that, and I regretted watching it because I was like thinking, this is super cringy. I mean, our podcast is pretty cringy too.
There were no actual mean tweets. The meanest tweet was a joke about his age.
I'm not gonna lie about this. Watching, and I don't like insulting Bohannon because I don't really have anything against him. I really don't. I don't have anything I don't have a grudge against him or a vendetta against him. But Skidap sent me this link to his podcast, The Standpoint, and he read mean tweets about him, and his demeanor and his posture. And I'm no psychologist, so I'm not gonna. I'll admit that. I'll admit that right now. But the way he looked
stoned off his ass.
He looked stoned, and he also looked like he couldn't read. Like he actually legitimately looked like he was struggling. Like he didn't struggle through words, but he was like soft on what he was like. His tone, his voice was super soft and it was kind of slurred together a little bit. So like maybe he was somewhat inebriated. But if you look at the video, it does look like something like there's some concerns that I have with that. But I'll leave it at that, just because I don't really have anything to go forward with it. And again, maybe I'm not making it. Maybe my tone and my demeanor isn't making it seem like I have something against Bohannon. Again, I don't have anything against Bohannon because I've never met him in person. I've only heard stories, and I don't really want to base opinions on just pure stories. And he's done. I do believe that he has done some good things, even though you only say that's the only one good thing. And he's always going to get compared to
the charity thing. That's the only good thing that I've ever seen.
He's always going to get compared to Garza too, because I've even talked about even the Iowa students that I was talking to, they said, yeah, Bohannon's good things, but not as many good things as Garza does. It always goes back to Garza. Garza is the holy grail, which, by the way,
I do find it funny that Bohannon was making money off of his Twitch channel before name, image, likeness was passed. It'd be a real shame if somebody reported that to the NCAA and had him investigated.
That would be a real shame. Unfortunately,
it would be such a shame.
But student athletes, I kind of side with them though.
But he, Dylan was saying in chat that he hates being stereotyped, because he's an athlete. Because of guys that act like they're better than everyone else. People probably think that he is. Dylan Sainer got signed to an NFL team. He and I are talking minimum probably once a week for a good bit. We talk daily, and it's like How many NFL players would do that? Alan Lazard
it's a
has a
real
TikTok
treat.
dedicated to juice reviews. How many NFL players are reviewing juice every day?
OJ.
No, he's reviewing Ford Broncos.
He's reviewing How Did I Get Away with It, his book. Or if I did do it. If I did do it.
If I did do it, yeah.
That was the book. But no, it's a real treat. The podcast that Finn has started. It was his ideas. It's been a real treat for me to understand and look at different the athlete's perspective. We aren't strictly a sports podcast. We are a variety podcast, but we've had sports personalities on here. The two notable ones we've had are Dylan Sainer, who's actually in chat and still follows us and supports us. Great. And he's in our Discord too, so if you want to interact with him, join our Discord. Stream Element says, I think every 15 minutes is dropping the Discord link saying, please, ooh woo. And Keith Duncan was on our summer break. We took a brief...
He's also in our Discord. You can't interact with him, though, but he's there.
We took a brief break from our break to have Keith Duncan on at a very pivotal time. There was a giant storm, crap storm
because
going on.
Because of the Bohannon shit.
There was a giant crap storm going on with the SciHeart community, and then Keith Duncan decided to come on our show, and that was great. But the commonality you think about, you look at it, if you've looked back at those episodes, which are on our YouTube channel, and funnily enough, unfortunately Spotify users can't see this, but if you are in Twitch, you can see that. But it's been a real treat because we get to understand, like, they're so down to earth. They're like super, super down to earth. Because when you think of athletes, specifically college athletes, you think of stuck up. You think of just, in their own zone, hangs out around their own community, gets laid every night, except Brock Purdy because he's a good Christian boy. You think about that, but then you really talk to these people and like, man, they're like normal people. They're gamers. Like Dylan Sainer is an actual gamer. That's how he knows and talks with Finn all the time. He streams a lot too. He does his own 38-hour stream because he can't count to 24. And there was on our final episode of season 2, Dylan Sainer hopped into our podcast at 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning Central Time. We normally don't go that long, but we were going that long. And
he was in Arkansas at the time.
Circle Herc was filling in for Skeedap, and then Dylan and Skeedap all joined in at the same time at 2 in the morning, and we went for another 3 hours. So it shows the testament of just how great of people they are. They're willing to take time out of their day, sometimes make time out of their day to just chat and be normal, interactive. Again, there's no such thing as normal, but they're like super... They're willing to talk. They're willing to chat about anything. They'll chat about stonks or whatever. So like, really, it's a fantastic treat, and I've enjoyed the platform that Skeedap has established.
You mean that you've established? We all know that everybody's here for the cake.
Too bad they missed it. Somebody pulled the trigger early, and
dude, Jason's got a big bad number, so it's.
Actually, I think somebody in chat is here that actually has the photo of the dog and the booty. So, I
would love to see this if it would manage to resurface
accidentally
on Twitter.
I don't own this photo, and I don't believe this person is actually on Twitter either. So, but there is this photo there.
What a shame!
I think, like I said, I believe I'm wearing the same shorts. I'm not sure, but I believe I'm wearing the same shorts that were in that photo.
But Jason, I need to use the restroom. Would you mind doing an ad read of our sponsor for tonight?
Sure. Our sponsor today is Dylan Sainer. You know what? You're doing an ad read when you come back because I've been drinking a lot of water, so been hydrating. We got to stay hydrated, everybody. If you want to take this time to take a break, because we're going to be doing this for another 30 minutes. Just take a time to hydrate, take a break. Oh boy, there it is. There's that picture. Please don't. Dylan Sainer, I guess, will be our sponsor today. Former Iowa State Cyclones tight end. He also streams on Twitch. It is always a welcome sight to have him here. And he's also very down to earth, like I said previously the times before. You can catch him on Twitch. He's on Twitch at dsane89, I believe. Hold on, let me bring it up again because I think I have a chat here or a command here in chat. Yeah, okay, so dsane89 over on Twitch. So it would be twitch.tv/dsane89. You can also follow him on Twitter. Let me bring this up because this whole ad read thing has been brought up on me spontaneously. Hopefully, when Skeetup comes back, he'll do Cyclone Strength. Or Dylan, you can help me out here. Just drop your Twitter handle in the chat, then I can read it out. I don't remember if it's Dylan_Saner. I don't remember exactly what it is. Hold on, this is taking some time. Come on, phone, work. Hey, Skeetup's back. Hold on, let me try. I'm trying to get here. Okay, at Dylan Saner, that's at DYLANSOEHNER on Twitter. And on Twitch, DSANE89. So go ahead and give him a follow on both platforms, and also on his Instagram. You can find his Instagram link through his Twitch channel. He's got new banners and everything like that. That's pretty awesome. All right, so I gotta ask you, Skeetup, is Cyclone Strength still going on?
Cyclone Strength is still going on. In fact, will never end.
And so
Cyclone Strength
it is time for you to do your ad read here.
Cyclone Strength is helping to sponsor tonight's episode. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and thought, God damn, I look bad? Not me. I haven't. Guess what? I own a business. Cyclone Strength. I'm just kidding. I hate my body. I hate the way that I look. Body dysmorphia is real, folks. Cyclone Strength. I'm very qualified. Hey. My girlfriend goes, oh dear, in the chat. But Cyclone Strength. Very qualified. Very well priced. Whatever your goal is, whatever your conditions are, and whatever your time frame is, we can help you achieve anything that is possible. If it's not possible, we'll let you know. Trust me. We don't bullshit. We don't bullshit you. That is www.cyclonestrength.org. CycloneStrength.org. Help me achieve peak dad bod. You mean like Jason Momoa dad bod? I can definitely help you get to a Jason Momoa dad bod. 100%. Perfect dad bod. Yeah, Cyclone Strength. We offer a free consultation, as well as affordable workout plans and meal options to fit whatever your goal is. So once again, that is www.cyclonestrength.org. Cyclone Strength, where people go to get big or small.
It's true. Cyclone Strength is great. They've helped me with my back issues because I have, as Skeetup may notice, I think I really messed up my back by doing, I don't really know what the official name of this exercise is.
CrossFit.
No, I'm not that stupid.
Scoliosis for time.
It's, what's it called? Decline sit-up? What's it called? Bench sit-up?
Oh, you were doing decline sit-ups.
Yeah, so
he was doing sit-ups on a decline, thing, and
it's
that's definitely not advisable.
Okay, it's imagine like this, and like where my hand is right, this one, like you're doing sit-ups off of that, and so you're kind of going up. But I was doing it wrong because I think I was going too far up, and it's just I started to notice something really bad because after every session, it seemed like more and more my back would start hurting. And then it got to a point where I'm like, man, I can't even do this anymore because like it just hurts so bad. Like,
is
not
it your lower back?
It's my lower back, yeah.
So the issue there is the fact that you were so the issue there is that your lower back was actually taking a lot of stress due to the fact that when you go up too far, right? So here is where you're trying to reach your knees, let's say, okay? As your body comes up, right here, your lower back suddenly starts to have a lot of weight that's being held up by it. So as you're going down, you're not using your abs nearly as much as you think. A back extension is, in fact, very good for your abs. So, like, have you ever heard of glute ham developers? GHDs?
No. Elaborate for me, please.
So GHDs use, I call it a horse personally, but other people just probably call it a lot of people just call it a GHD machine, where it's that machine where it has the pad and then it has where your feet go, and you're literally just a couple feet up in the air, and you're going forward and then pulling yourself back up.
I've actually never seen one of those in person.
It is a very, very good exercise, and it's actually what I do to warm up for my squats every day.
Is that the one where you're like kind of just suspended?
Yeah.
And it's like free.
Yeah, you're suspended over free space, and then
yeah.
Right. And you have to use your abs quite a bit for that. Now imagine taking it so that you don't use your glutes and your hamstrings to move your body backwards. That would be a back extension. And now, imagine that, but all of the work is being done by your lower back only on the eccentric motion. That's what was happening there. Eccentric means going down, right? Letting gravity do the work. And that is where your issue was, because you were putting it under unnecessary stress. You still need, when you're doing a decline sit-up, you still need to have it under stress. It's never going to not happen just because of where you are. And if you just do a crunch instead of a sit-up, just flex the abs as much as you can and then let it go back down.
Yeah, my problem I think was I was going too far up, and it's just at this point, unless I actually had a program from Cycle and Strength to help me with this, I just do not feel comfortable doing this on my own, because I've noticed a very, very an increased detriment to my lower back, and just I've had back problems for probably 10 years, and I should probably see a chiro for this, but I'm too stubborn and cheap to
go to a physical therapist.
Physical therapist?
They're better. They are better.
Yeah, and I just noticed, like, man, like, because I haven't had this problem doing just normal sit-ups in a medicine ball that I used to do, and I think I noticed, I can pinpoint the exact time when I thought something was wrong, is when I went from 10 pounds to 25. I started because I was doing weight on it too. 10 pounds was fine, but once I put 25 on there, it was like immediately after I was on, like, something doesn't feel right, and that's what it was. So I have suspended for now the decline sit-up, and I will probably just return to just doing normal sit-ups. I remember a physical
crunches. Don't sit all the way up, because once you go past a certain point, your hip flexors are what's moving you.
So are just sit-ups just bad for you then?
Yes. Well, I'm not going to say yes, actually, because no, but yes.
Why were we taught to do sit-ups then when we were younger? Or is it just, has the medicine advanced? By medicine, I mean, because I believe that, physical therapy is a medicine.
It's like, in elementary school, we were taught to do push-ups like this. The wide stance push-ups.
Actually, you're
but
right.
We
you're
know,
right.
But in reality, push-ups are better done so that your thumb is able to touch right in here where your shoulder meets your chest. That is where you should do your push-ups, because then you're using both maximum chest and maximum arm, as well as some shoulder, but that's going to happen no matter what. So it's learning as you age, because these things have become so ingrained in us from literally centuries ago that that's just what it is. Oh, why do you do a bro split? I don't know. That's what Arnold said to do. Okay, you don't need to do a bro split. Do three full body workouts a week. There you go. You're going to see probably better results, because you don't need a bro split. It's unnecessary.
Something just
We learn.
Something brought my attention. I was just I got a little bit distracted by chat here, and then it kind of reminded me. Remember if we have a gambling system here? I'll return back to the topic of fitness. But you remember if we have a gambling system? I wonder if I can do it. I wonder if as a streamer if I could do it.
Yeah, do it.
Let's see. Oh, I won! I can do it. All right.
Feels good, man.
Yeah. So we do. Yeah. I love this. I love the system that we have. But
so speaking of chat, we have a member of chat who said that their grandfather almost lost their entire life savings because of a scam call. It's very important for everyone to understand that companies will very rarely call you saying that they owe you money. The likeliest thing is they will send you the money. They won't tell you that they're going to. They just will. I have had multiple refunds from companies. Haven't gotten a single phone call. Because I have been overcharged multiple times by multiple services and no phone call, I just get sent money. It either gets debited into my account if it's based through that, or if it's something that I pay for, by check. I do have things that I pay for by check still. Not still. I just started because they're business things. Where I've been overcharged and they just send me a check in the mail. And it's one of those things that sounds stupid, right? It's all like, oh, duh. Not everybody knows this. And it's hard sometimes. It really is hard. This scam. Okay, so this scam was, they called and said that they were an internet service provider and said that they had to give this person $300 because they have been overcharging. They needed their account information, so the person gives it over. The grandfather gives it over. And luckily for them, they saw and froze their accounts just in time because $500,000 had been moved over to their checking account from their savings. $500,000. That is a ridiculous amount of money.
I want to point out also how they do it. The way to do it is more technically advanced, but really not this one. Not this one. Not the one where
not this one. They gave them the account information that they needed.
They don't edit the HTML.
No. Okay, so you're thinking of like a Kit Boga style scam.
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know, Kit Boga, absolutely love his YouTube channel, seeks out scam callers. He does everything on a virtual machine, along with calling through his computer, so they don't have his actual number.
Real quickly, good people to watch on YouTube to show to your elders or even for yourself. Kit Boga on YouTube or Jim.
Some Ordinary Gamers.
Jim Browning.
And Coffeezilla.
Jim Browning's another good one.
Yep, Jim Browning, Coffeezilla, Some Ordinary Gamers, and Kit Boga.
Another tip to avoid scammers: if they're asking you to pay them in gift cards, you already know it's a scam. Nobody will ever ask you to pay in gift cards.
Hello, this is the local law enforcement. We are calling to notify you that your social security number has been suspended due to fraudulent activity under it. Your social security number literally has no activity at all. What the fuck is your social security number doing?
Cannot be.
It also can't be suspended. God damn! I guess I'm not a citizen anymore. I'll see you guys in Cabo. Like,
I heard Belgium's pretty nice.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, my social security number is suspended. Can I literally do anything? No, you actually cannot do anything if you don't have a social security number. Can't give money to the government. Oops. You can't work. Oops.
The sheet app, you won't need to worry about this. I know you're not. I know you're not talking to me.
I won't.
Though.
I won't bring that up. Don't worry about it.
I know.
But
yeah,
it's absolutely like getting scammed is absolutely something that happens to thousands, if not tens of thousands. It
happens every hour, every hour, every day.
And just remember, if you ever get an automated call that says this is blank and this has been suspended, or you are in violation of this, especially if it says local law enforcement, there will always be a person on the other end of your local law enforcement. They will always call from a non-emergency number because 911 can't make calls. That'd be really stupid if it could. And they will always tell you, hey, this is blank from blank. For us, it'd be like, hey, this is Dave from Southeast Communications. That's our local dispatch. They would tell us, we need you here for this reason. They'll never say, this happened.
You can also tell if it's a scam too, because the IRS will never call you. They will never call you.
The federal government will never call you.
Yeah, the federal government will never call you, and
they will always send you a letter that has an embossment on it. For those of you that don't know what an embossment is, it is a stamp that creates a raised
imprint
symbol. Yeah, it creates a raised imprint of
it's something
whatever
you
the
can
seal
actually
is.
Feel. You can actually feel it.
Yes, Nebraska's the ultimate scam. You've clearly never heard of Idaho. Idaho does not exist. It is not real. Jason, have you ever met anybody from Idaho?
I don't know if I've met anybody from Idaho, but I've talked from a company rep from Idaho.
Nope.
And you know what they make?
Nope, they were a liar.
No. You're gonna love this. You're gonna agree that they're a scam too. I've talked with a rep from Boise, Idaho, who works at Micron Technologies. You know what Micron Technologies manufactures? Solid state memory.
Nope. It's a scam. They don't exist.
Scam.
Oh yeah, don't pay for a new social security card. Those don't cost money. They literally do not cost money.
That's actually something I learned because one, I've never actually had to have a new social security card, but that's also something just I learned. So good on you, Sans Dressing. Thank you for that tip.
The government does not charge for your identifying things. Now, like an ID, like a driver's license.
They do.
A driver's license or
I think
driver's license and passports are not considered identifying. Are not considered identifying documents to the government because they don't care. You can change your name all you want, but you know what you can't change? Your social security number. It will always stay the same.
If you ask conservatives, they would say you can't change your gender, but I'm not going to go there because I'm not.
You can't change your social security number. So I could go from, I could become Dave Matthews.
Or Michael Jordan.
Now there's two Dave Matthews in the world: Dave Matthews Band and the cool Dave Matthews, which would be me.
Yeah, at least you're not dumping your tour bus feces and waste on the Chicago River.
120 people. 120 people got covered in shit.
It's an old story, but man, it's something that I cannot forget.
And they offered them all refunds. Yeah, okay.
I'd ask for more than a refund.
They did but it's like, but I have a different social security number than Dave Matthews from the Dave Matthews Band. So yeah, I can't change that. But a passport can have me as Dave Matthews. I can have surgery to look just like Dave Matthews from the Dave Matthews Band.
I have a question though. Social security numbers are strictly defined certain number of digits. Let's see, is it 9 digits? I think it's no.
Yep.
That is 9. Yeah, it's 9. So it's a 9-digit number, and the first number is always predictable. It's like the first number is representative of where you were born. But it makes you wonder, with the amount of people that are in the United States, when at what point are we going to run into the problem of running out of combinations?
Let's see.
So a permutation of 9 numbers. Hold on, I got a calculator here. Maybe we won't have to run into this problem because maybe it is too far. If it's actually 9 permutations, and probability is one that I'm not very good at, so forgive me. I don't think this is right. Yeah, that's definitely not right. There's no way there's only 362,880 combinations. No.
Okay,
I-
so the first 3 numbers tell you where you were born.
Yeah, because your social security number actually can be guessed.
The first 3 numbers tell you where you were born. So, like, I was born in
Be careful.
American Samoa, so I have 586.
Yeah.
We're not gonna fact check me.
Can't get the zipper closed so well. Or a book bag. Bad check. Is there? I don't know what article you're looking at. Is there any way? And I'm going to do some research.
So
too.
it's currently indicative of your zip code, or the zip code of the mailing address shown on the application for a social security number.
I thought it was area.
So
code.
it's basically done by states.
Yeah, it's
but the last 6 digits are literally just a serial number.
Yeah,
That's
it's a random number.
So your social security number in theory could be guessed, but in reality it cannot.
It would be hard to guess it. You would have to guess it by chance.
We have not had to recycle yet, but
I wonder how close we are because 9 digits.
apparently they don't. Apparently there is no current plan for when we reach that. Their plan right now is to not run out of money because Social Security, as we all know, is in fact a retirement plan.
That is such the most American way. That's the most American thing. Is like, oh, what's your plan?
No plan?
Yeah, what's your plan for
when your system fails?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, it won't fail.
Hey man, I just need money.
What are you gonna do if the Taliban takes over the Afghan army? Oh, it won't fail.
Hey, did you see that helicopter? That's it. That's the answer.
That's
did you see that helicopter?
American. That is the most American answer. That the fact that we don't have a plan or a plan B of this is why there's so many people in the United States because nobody knows about Plan B.
we have one.
I don't. There's because I'm gonna go technical here. IP addresses. There's a reason why we had to go from version 4 to version 6. Because version 4, we would run out of... Because if you don't know what an IP address is, an IP address is a unique identifier to your electronic device, to the internet.
I haven't used my actual IP, I think, since 2016.
So, there quickly became a problem that, oh crap, this IP address is normally... let's see, I think it's like 6 plus... I think it's 10 digits. There quickly became this problem of, we're going to run out of IP addresses. And so they came out with version 6, which uses letters and numbers and colons. So that there's never going to be a problem we're never going to run out of IP version 6 addresses. But each device now has an IP version 4 address and an IP version 6 address. So
you can typically use both.
I'm sorry. Say again. It's a little bit hard to hear you.
I like men. They taste nice.
See, everybody has. See, this is what we're talking about pre-show. Everybody has a gay side to them.
Both IP addresses typically work for things like that. It's kind of like.
Sheetapp says it's 32 digits now. IP version 6, I think, is what she's referring to.
I think it can be up to, if I remember correctly, including colons. I don't remember
colons are included because it's like some of our.
I don't think it's specifically just that. So I mean,
that bothers me though that the answer to possibly running out of social security numbers is the most American answer of just we won't. Or I don't know.
Oh no, they know they will. They know they will.
They're just not.
But their answer is like, hey, what's going to happen when you do? All right, you want to give us money?
It's God. This is why.
Do you work?
Somebody in a stream yesterday I was in asked. So this person's from Europe, and they asked, like, I have a question for all the Americans in chat. What's it like? What does it feel like to be known to the world as the world's Florida?
That's not fair because Florida is the armpit of America, and America is easily the kneecap of the world. We're the thing that hits things really hard, but also can break pretty easily.
It's kind of funny, but also at the same time really sad and a little bit frustrating that the rest of the world views America as
Florida.
As Florida, as basically the deep South. Strong accents. Can't pronounce Nissan. I can't even do it because I pronounce Nissan too well. Big Macs.
Nissan?
Yeah, Nissan, like the Europeans do. Big Macs. Big fake boobs.
Big Macs, big butts, big bucks.
Yeah, and 300-pound people. Like it's sad, but like
yeah, like I said, big butts.
Yeah, why? It's big cakes. Why it's
dude, that's not cake. That's just a fucking tub of frosting.
That's lard. No, but and then I told this person, I said, you know what? But I wouldn't give up the legendary Florida man, though. The legendary Florida man this, Florida man that, and I guess they also said that they play a game. Keep in mind, this person's from Europe. They play a game about they search up their birthday and then Florida man and see what the Florida man did on their birthday.
So many things on so many days. My favorite is Florida man gets arrested riding lawn tractor with crocodile after stealing burrito.
They get so specific. I have one that I will never forget, but I really don't feel like it's appropriate to share here on stream because of the extreme. I don't even think it's sexual, but we'll
have to save it for the next Untitled.
It's so
dark.
Gory. It's really really the worst. God, man, I'll never forget it because of how gory it is. But maybe for another day, maybe. But then again, I don't want to have this platform banned for excessive gore or anything like that. I'm not showing anything. It's only me just explaining and describing exactly what happened with what the legendary Florida man did.
That's fair. We got to keep it rated PG-13. But with that, we are an hour and 55 minutes into the show for tonight, and I believe that it is time to wrap it up. Jason, tonight's show was a bigger mess than usual, for sure. But we're getting back into the swing of things.
It was an organized mess.
Season 3 is starting back up, and hey, it's time for final thoughts. You got any?
My final thoughts. This may be an unpopular opinion, but I have started to resume wearing a mask, even though as a vaccinated individual, I've begun wearing mask again whenever I go out to groceries, and with school starting on my semester starting on Monday, I will be wearing a mask in classrooms. And when I went to go find my classes yesterday on campus, I was wearing a mask in buildings. Outside, I don't wear a mask, but on our bus system, because our bus system is nationally funded, or no, not nationally. I don't know. There's some weird thing with our bus system, but they follow the guideline. They're required to follow the guidelines of the National Transportation. Maybe it's the National Transportation Safety Bureau. So actually, on our bus system, masks are required. All riders are required to wear masks. But it may be an unpopular opinion, but that's just what I decided to do. And I think the reason for it may be even more unpopular. It's to protect the unvaccinated. Even though the unvaccinated really do, I feel like they need to get their vaccines. Until they get their vaccines, they're still people too. I mean, sorry, they're people too after they get their vaccines also. But like, I see them still as people. They have families. Try to protect them as much as I can, also because I could be a carrier. Those are my thoughts. Again, it could be unpopular, but it's just something that I do now. There's your final thoughts.
Oh, that was a good one.
Good way to close out the first episode of season 3.
My final thoughts. Yeah. My final thoughts. Please, everybody, go join our Discord. The link is on the official Twitch of the show, twitch.tv/crunchbar33. You can find us on any platform that you listen to podcasts to. I pay money for us to be on all these platforms.
He does.
So
he does.
Please listen to our podcast. Damn it.
At the very least,
more than anything, we appreciate.
Tip him. Tip him.
Listen
if you
to
can.
us some more. Listen to us some more. But
even on YouTube, there I dropped the link for our YouTube channel, which all episodes can be found. Every single one we've ever, even episodes that we never recorded live or streamed live, are on there.
Some.
2 of them are there.
But something that's very important is we appreciate each and every one of you that show up to the stream, that listen to us on any platform, that watch us on YouTube. And remember, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to DM us. You can find Jason on Twitter at J_Wrangle33. You can find the podcast on Twitter at YouUnderqualified. You can find me on Twitter at Your Mom's Butt. Just kidding. That'd be a sick ass tag though. You can find me on Twitter at SkeetUp. Make sure to check out our sponsors for tonight. At Dylan Sainer on Twitter and www.cyclonestrength.org. And most importantly, roll clones.
And roll credits. We hope to see you back here again next Thursday night, same time, 9:30 Central Time Zone.
Next Thursday, December 6th.
Yes, it's always December 6th on the Untitled Underqualified Podcast. Stay safe, everybody, and we hope to see you guys next week. Bye-bye!